This is An Hour to Give. I'm Sam Laprade. I love every single week we get together and discover something new happening in our city. And when it comes to philanthropy, I'm right there with you. And I want to introduce you to the wonderful Natalie Maione. Hello, Natalie. How are you?
Hi, I'm fine. Thank you for having us.
I'm so excited you're here, president of Helping with Furniture. We're going to get to all of those details, but you brought a friend with you. Mick Phipps is here today. Hi, Mick. How are you?
Hi. Thanks for having me.
It's wonderful to have you here as well. And Mick is with the Canadian Mental Health Association. And the Canadian Mental Health Association Ottawa branch, you're the outreach manager, I understand.
I'm an outreach case manager. Yeah. And I'm a referring agency for Helping with Furniture. So I refer clients to the agency.
Fantastic. Yeah. Now, I can't even wait one more minute. I have to tell everybody that you're also mother and son.
That's right.
So not only working together in life, obviously, but working together to better our community. Tell us a little bit about Helping with Furniture and what you do, and then we'll get into how you're working together.
So Helping with Furniture started in 2005, and I always say that it started with a big mouth and a big van because I was asked to move furniture and needed a big vehicle, and which obviously I have both. So I said yes right away, and then the first time I saw a family that had just arrived, left their life behind, and all they had was, to speak of that life, was like 3 little suitcases or 2 little suitcases, and that really hit me. And I thought that, you know, it would be it was an idea that was worth pursuing. Now I got to say, it wasn't my idea. Elizabeth Rapley was the one who had the idea, and she's an absolutely wonderful, wonderful person, and I just wanted to realize this dream for her. And so I did. And she said a little bit bigger than she had ever thought, but that's how it began.
And I love this because, of course, you would have seen your mom working on Helping with Furniture, and now, of course, in your role as a referring agency. How does all that work together?
Well, all of that works together mostly because I'm working with folks who are experiencing homelessness, who are living with a mental illness, and we find housing. And that's a huge challenge right off the bat, but it turns out that it's kind of the first step often. Having an empty place, having 4 walls and a set of keys is not a place to live. It's not a home, and it's furniture. It's the way we decorate it, the way we make a place our own, that makes it a safe, comfortable place. That's important, and that's why my first referral, once I help someone find housing, once we have keys, is to Helping with Furniture, or is to set up a place, to be a place where someone can live.
And I have to say that every time I hear somebody talk about housing somebody, I hear dignity, dignity, dignity. Yes. So that's what this is about. This is about inviting somebody into your home to say, this isn't just 4 walls. This is so much more. So talk to me a little bit about the word dignity and Helping with Furniture.
So dignity is very, very important to us, and it's always been part of our philosophy. And so our clients are referred to us by referral agencies. We schedule them for an appointment. We help them secure transportation as well, because you have to do that. And they come to the warehouse and they get to select their items. They don't select all of the items because dishes, curtains, linens, toys, and the bikes are done ahead of time. But all that is on a visitor's report done by our volunteer visitors. So we know what they're in need of. They get to select all their big furniture, and it's very stressful. Like, you can see when they come in, they're stressed. You know, they have to make sacrifices in some ways. We don't always have everything that they want. It's not always the right pattern or the right color, right? So it's very difficult. But once they made those decisions, then we get to our decor aisle, and where they can choose like little decor items, accent pillows, wall art, things for the bathroom, like all the little things that really make a house a home. And then that stress has been taken off and they get very excited. So when they're in that area, they're like, they get excited, and they find things. Some of them, it's like, no interest, but some of them, it's like, oh my goodness, I love birds, and they find all those little figurines that are birds, or, candles, vases, and that's when you see all the stress relief, and they can, I think, picture their home, right?
And the life that's coming. I mean, I worked in the homeless sector for about 10 years, not frontline. I was the fundraiser. I have so much respect for people that are working frontline. But I certainly did, even in that decade, see people transition. And you saw that dignity, that self-confidence build in them. So when you get to work with someone like that and you see them through the process, walk me through what it does for you.
What it does for me, well, you described it as a transition, and it is. And all changes, even exciting ones, can be challenging. But seeing that opportunity for people to make choices, make decisions, exercise some power, and decide what their place will look like is empowering, and you can see it. You can see it in the people making those decisions, and for many of them, it may have been a long time before they've had that opportunity to exercise some power. For a lot of folks who are escaping homelessness, so I really enjoy that part of my job, for sure.
I have to ask, Mom, what does it do to you to see your son in this line of work?
Well, I've always been really proud of him because he started working at Shepherds of Good Hope. Like, that was his very first professional, that's where he started working. And after that, he slowly, like, he was at Shepherds for quite a long time and always worked. So to tell you the truth, I've learned a lot from him on how to be with people. I think, like, at the beginning we were very like, oh, everything is rosy and we're gonna be like so good at doing what we do. I've learned from him how to respect people's choices and be able to see people as individuals and being able to cater in a better way. And make those changes in our philosophy along the way. It's like a growth, right? Any organization, you begin a certain way, but then you realize that there are better ways of doing things. And I think talking with him has really helped me do that.
And the power of choice, right? And when we donate furniture and we help in that way, the more inventory we can give to you, the more choice there is. Talk to me a little bit about the power of choice.
Well, choice is important, especially when it's been limited for so long. Having that opportunity, again, it's about making something your own, and a home is an especially important place to that can be a reflection of who you are, of what you'd like to be, and how you'd like to live. And even though you've mentioned sometimes choices are limited, you still get to decide where you place that couch, where you're going to hang that painting, and you get to turn those four walls into a place that's yours, that's comfortable, that's safe, and that means so much.
And it's not lost on me that many, sometimes new Canadians or people that are looking for help that even are, originating from Canada, that sometimes home wasn't safe. So you are giving them this new sanctuary, if you will.
Yes, and we're very, very careful of knowing a little bit of people's stories so that we can, be the best and make the experience such a success. It's very, very important for our client that it's a successful experience, that they come out feeling validated, dignified. Super, super important. And even in my new work now, I work with Action Housing, so I'm actually working in housing now. So I've adapted all the experience that I've learned from helping with furniture, from working with referral agencies into that work, and we refer as well to helping with furniture. So it's kind of all come together. But it's a learning experience. You just come into, and I have a lot of respect for people that are working frontline.
Oh, me too. Oh, me
Yeah,
too.
definitely.
Is there someone you think about when you think about you made a real impact, helping with furniture made a real impact? Is there someone that pops to your mind?
Yes, there's a few. Should I talk about that?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, please do. We have a couple minutes. We don't have a lot of
Yes.
time. But
Well, I mean, I right now I'm thinking of one person who was who had no housing for decades, and was homeless on and off in shelters and outside of shelters, and was finally able to secure housing and furnish it with her favorite colors, and there were a few things that she absolutely didn't want in her place, and we made sure that that it was as she wanted it. She was in. She had a lot of serious health concerns and was actually palliative, and lived in that place only for a few months, but was able to describe how pleased she was that she spent those final days of her life in a place that was her own. That's something that marks me. It's something that I think about, and that it's always worth doing something. It's always worth accompanying someone, regardless of where it might be going.
and you had a reaction to that story. You know who he's talking about.
I thought of the exact same person at the same time. I was like, I wonder if he's going to talk about her. She really marked me, and I often think about her. She's gone now, but that is one of the, and she was, for me, she was a lesson that I apply constantly. I think about her when I'm dealing with clients, and I make sure that I apply the lesson that she taught me, for sure.
Amazing. We only have about a minute left with you, but we've got so many guests coming up talking about helping with furniture in so many different aspects. You have a big gala coming up. Tease us a little bit about the gala, Natalie.
So our gala is our biggest fundraising event. We've had it every year since the second year that we began. So it's our 16th anniversary. I feel like it's a massive gala, but it might not be for everybody. There's at least 300 people. We have a massive silent auction. We love having lots of things. And it's a very high energy event. We have a photo booth, we have all kinds of things. And even the people from the venue always want to do our event because they love the silent auction, and they actually bid on it as well, which is really cool. So it's kind of like everybody's in on it.
Wonderful. Well, we look forward to that. April 26th is the big day. Mick and Natalie, thank you so much. Mother and son starting us off today, talking about helping with furniture. Thanks for everything you're doing.
Thank you.
Appreciate it very much. You will want to stay with us because there's ways that you can help with helping with furniture. Stay with us on An Hour to Give. And we're back on An Hour to Give. We're featuring helping with furniture today. And Mireille Brownhill is here, and she brought her friend, Allison Jete. Thank you so much for being here. We teased a little bit about the gala, but it's coming up very quick, April 26th. Give us all the details.
Less than a month to go, and we have early bird tickets on sale until April 7th. But it is our 16th annual gala, and we've chosen the theme of Sweet 16 as a playful celebration of the anniversary of the event, and also to speak to how helping with furniture also supports children of families. Often some of our clients have children, and some of our clients are children themselves, aging out of the foster system or leaving homes that are not a good fit for them for a variety of reasons. And so we're partnering for the gala. We always invite a keynote speaker that is someone we collaborate with, and this year we have Mesh Up Ottawa coming to speak about the support that they provide for children who would want to be involved in athletic activities and might not have access to what they need, like the equipment and such things.
Wow, that's amazing. You've got a lot going on, and they need lots of fundraising dollars to get this done, right, Allison? That's where you step in. Tell us a little bit about your role.
So I'm part of the board of directors, and I've taken on a bit of a work with our fundraising committee. So we've put in, we have some various things. The gala, like I said, is our biggest, is the biggest event that we have. We also collect donations through Canada Helps, and this year, or last year, I guess, in December, we had our first ever holiday giving campaign. So people could purchase sort of various gifts for things that are definitely in need in the warehouse. So people, we had various price points. So for $35, you could buy a high chair. And that's something that is definitely in need. As Marie said, we have a lot of families with children who need our support, and really having, you know, a high chair where the little one can come up to the kitchen table and be part of the family is so important. So that's something we're trying to do, is have sort of tangible things, but financial donations are super important to helping the organization run. As the warehouse has been mentioned, that's our biggest cost. There's a lot that goes into to the running of the warehouse, the running of the trucks that do pick up furniture pickups, as well as deliveries to families. So those are things that we are soliciting funds for.
It's so smart that you mentioned everything about children, both of you, because I think when we think about, or I'll just speak for myself, when I think about helping with furniture, I think, okay, we need a kitchen table and we need a couch. But it's so much more than that. And the gala really does not only provide that opportunity for you to tell the community about it, but to raise this important money.
Absolutely. And part of it is awareness raising, right, for any fundraising event. Part of it is a celebration of all of the hard work that we're doing and all of our supporters. And then another part is that fundraising. So we tie all of them together and we have a wonderful time. So the biggest part of the fundraising, I would say, is not the ticket sales. It's the silent auction that was previously mentioned. And it is my favorite part of the gala. The variety of items on these tables is incredible, and so many different price points. So if you aren't in the market for an expensive power washer, you will definitely find some candle holders or some vintage artwork that's more your vibe. So watching people walk through those tables, they're very numerous tables, looking at all the items and then sort of outbidding each other, that's a show in and of itself. So that's a lot of fun. We also have 50-50 tickets during the gala to help raise funds, and you can always make donations. If you can't purchase a ticket for whatever reason, you can make donations through the event page and on site at the gala.
I can tell you're really passionate about this, and the silent auction piece. I have to ask, like, are you still looking for items? Let me ask you, you know, if somebody was to reach out, are you still looking for items for that silent auction?
We are. We have a lot of items that are warehouse style items, so things that you might find in our clients' homes. But we are also looking for donations from businesses, local businesses, for experiences or gift cards or even items, baskets of items that they might sell in their stores. They're all very popular. And we also have sponsors for the gala. So we have our two main sponsors are Mann Lawyers and CPI Interiors. And we also have JJ McNeil Commercial Real Estate and John Builder, who's with Remax. And Lexi Booth is donating a photo booth for the event, which is another super fun part of the gala, where people can put on the accessories and the little signs that you hold up, and they can have a good time at the photo booth. So that's donated as well.
I love
And
it.
so if anyone's interested in sponsoring the gala or providing any silent auction items, they can certainly reach out to us.
They know where to reach out, for sure. How did you get involved in the organization?
A friend of mine's parents actually had been volunteering. They are, we call them the lamp team, and they repair the lamps. And they sort of reached out to her, and then I got involved through that. So I sit on the board. I also volunteer in the warehouse on some Saturdays. I've had my daughter come volunteer with me as well. My parents are now also volunteering. They do bundling of items in the warehouse during the week because they were looking for another place to volunteer during the week. So those are options for volunteers to get involved.
I love it. I love it. It really does take a village, obviously. And we talked earlier about the need. The need is greater than ever.
Yes, certainly. We're seeing more and more people who require furniture, and there are other organizations popping up to help, but helping with furniture has such a broad reach that we continue to build on. And every single person I talk to about the organization gets very excited about the work that we're doing and what we're providing for people. So I think it just keeps growing and growing, and everyone wants to get involved once they see what we're doing.
And I don't know about you, but I think monthly giving is one of the best things that's ever hit fundraising, because it allows a family to say, you know what, we want to donate this much this year. We're going to chunk it out over the year. How important is monthly giving to helping with furniture?
Monthly giving really helps us sustain our work because we can count on that. We know that it's coming in, and we know that we have that. We can cover rent, we can cover the utilities, we can cover those ongoing costs that we have. So it's super important. People can give monthly through our Canada Help site, our donation site, as well for those who are part of the federal public service or retired from the federal public service through the Government of Canada Charitable Workplace Campaign. We had a good bump in that this year, and that, I mean, I know that's not coming up again until the fall, but that is another way people can donate to the organization.
For sure. And putting on a gala like this, you mentioned the awareness piece, you know, just hearing how many people are being supported every single year. I mean, even that number would be staggering for people, I think, coming to the event that maybe is new to helping with furniture.
Yes, certainly. And in all of our communications, we try to share that information. So when we're promoting the event or we're looking for sponsors, we talk about the number of people. I think we're at over 500 for 2023. So just that, to consider how far we've come from previous years and how many people helping with furniture has helped since their beginnings. And I remember specifically during the lockdowns when we were trying to help more people. We actually managed to help more people during the lockdown than we had the previous year. So that speaks to the dedication of the people who are involved and the importance of the service that they're providing.
Yeah, for sure. We talked about it earlier. This is about dignity and you know, people that are willing to sort of talk about philanthropy, time, talent, and treasure. You know, we talk about the dedication of your family and all the volunteers that we're going to meet today as well. And we talk about that talent piece if someone's coming in to, you know, fix the lamps or doing, you know, be a member of the board. I mean, there's lots of different roles there. And that treasure piece, it really does take that trifecta, doesn't it, Elsie?
Oh, it really does. It's a full, the organization is great because there's a role for everyone to play in sort of helping support the clients. You know, if you only have a few hours, but you're really skilled at communications, we have roles for that to help support that. The gala committee, I mean, the people that put the work into that and the coordination of the silent auction events, like things like that are so important. And then, you know, we have the people who come in and work with the clients on the days that they do pickups. It's all sort of depends on what you're interested in participating in and how you want to help out, because there's a place for you with helping with furniture.
And for those that may want to get a ticket and participate, how can we get to that special gala on April 26th?
If you go to our website, hwfottawa.org, you can click the link there to go buy tickets. There's the early bird tickets, as I said, end April 7th, but tickets are on sale until the event, April 26th.
April 26th is the big day. You're gearing towards it, I see.
Yes, yeah, we're excited. It is with the Sweet 16 sort of idea, trying to figure out what outfit to wear and you know, how to do our photo. The photo booth last year was such a hit. Have some quite hilarious photos. So I'm looking forward to that this year as well.
Yeah. And what does it do to you, like after the event? What does it do to your heart, knowing that you've all come together for that special night, but knowing that families and individuals will come and benefit from that for the next year?
It's quite lovely. Any work that we do for helping with furniture has that same effect. You can see concretely if ever you go to the warehouse, and I think anyone who's involved with helping with furniture has been to the warehouse at least once. That's where you really see all that's available to the clients and the generosity of the community that's providing all of these items. And so the gala is another aspect of generosity of people who are able to give of their money, but we're also celebrating all of that good work. So it's like an accumulation of all of the good all at once. And we're also celebrating our volunteers. We're there, we're applauding ourselves, we're celebrating the fact that we all work together so well and that we're helping so many people.
Yeah, it's incredible. And we only have about a minute left, but inspire us. If we can't go to the gala, how can we help? If we have furniture, what are we doing?
So the warehouse is open on Wednesday evenings as well as Saturday mornings for furniture drop-offs. We also have, and I think Wes will be speaking about that, there's an option for furniture pickup as well. And again, that's on our website, hwfottawa.org. And then if you want to make donations, financial donations, please use our Canada Helps site. The link there is also on our website.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Allison and Murray. I appreciate your time today very much. Helping with Furniture is who we're featuring today on An Hour to Give. Don't go anywhere. We're coming back with more representatives to inspire you. Stay with us, everyone. Today is all about helping with furniture. I'm Sam Laprade. I'm learning a lot today, and I know you are too. Wes Lawrence is here, and Carol Leduc is here as well, both working in the warehouse at Helping with Furniture. Tell me a little bit how you got involved, Wes.
I got involved about 6 years ago. Had recently graduated, was kind of looking for something to do with my spare time now. I work an office job, so I want something physical. I used to work at Zeller's, for anyone who remembers that store in the warehouse.
I do. I'm old enough.
Yep. So I started to look online for just like where can I volunteer at like a warehouse place, and HWF came up on some volunteering website. I went and visited, and I've been hooked.
And you're hooked too, Carol, and you work together. And tell me a little bit about your history. How did you get involved?
Well, Natalie had a daycare, and my children went to that daycare. And my brother's children too, so we kind of knew each other. And then when it was time to do their volunteer hours for school, my daughter insisted on going to Helping with Furniture. There was no question about it. And so I would have to drive her and go pick her up. And next thing you know, I'm carrying boxes.
Yeah.
And,
I saw where that was going. Yes. Now that's a good mom. That's a really good mom. I mean, you're serving so many different people. We talk about people leaving abusive relationships. We talk about people new to this country, people looking for a fresh start. There's the poverty in this country has grown through the pandemic. When you're serving all of those people, what does that do to your heart every day you arrive at the warehouse?
Ooh, man, I was not expecting that question. I think for all like the sadness and doom scrolling that there is these days, I think it's a bit refreshing to be somewhere that's like more positive and where you can have an impact. And we used to do deliveries to people, and I'll never forget the number of times after delivering and emptying out a truck into someone's house, someone just coming up afterwards saying like, "Thank you so much, this helps out," and just knowing that we are, having an impact and making things better is very helpful.
And when you think about walking into that warehouse, it must be daunting. I mean, I can't imagine it, like walking in and thinking, okay, we've got to get this organized for people to feel comfortable in here. Do you really see it as your job to make sure that people feel comfortable when they walk in, and this is a place that's welcoming for them?
Oh, absolutely, because I mean, most of our clients have gone through some type of trauma of some sort. So they're not at their best, let's say, but they're resilient. That you see. They want to have good furniture, and our warehouse is kind of set up like a store, so they're familiar with a store setup. So everything's by section. And then when we go through what they want, we go room for room. So we try to make them imagine what size is your room, how much furniture you can take, because some want to take it all. So then we have to, well, I thought you only had a one-bedroom apartment there. We got to help them out with sizing the furniture. And then once we get a sense of what their taste is like, well, then we can direct them. Oh, I think you'll like this dresser with this. We try to match their taste or their likings and help them select, because it is overwhelming to walk in the warehouse. It is.
For people that might be downsizing, looking to make a change in their own home, what are the most needed items? Wes, when you walk in there, you're like, we need more of XYZ.
Carol's very good with that list. I know when I'm doing pickups, dressers are pretty much always one of the big ones. Beyond that, I would say bed frames, mattresses are probably pretty big too.
Yes, dressers for sure, because one household could take 3 dressers if they have 3 bedrooms. So, and people don't change their dressers as often. So we love dressers, and coffee tables, they go away so fast.
TVs, microwaves.
Microwaves, everybody needs a little microwave.
Yeah.
And TVs are handy to have too. And mattresses, we're picky for our mattresses though. We only want them slightly used. So
We're glad you are.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Yes. Yes. We all are collectively glad. Yes.
Yes.
I think it's a really important point, though, right? I mean, I'm kind of poking fun at it, but I think it's a really important point that we want to set somebody up for success here.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's fantastic. And I can't imagine the team. I can already tell. I walked into the green room today, lots of guests there, and you could see the camaraderie between all of you. How important is it to be working with this team?
Oh, very important. I come to the warehouse, people ask how I'm doing. I say it's another day in paradise, and they laugh because it's the thing I always say to them when they're familiar with it. No, I go there because of the people I know, like Carol, Jeanne, Nat, like always familiar faces. There are people who don't volunteer with us anymore just because things in their life have changed. Still keep in contact with them. There's people that I play Dungeons and Dragons with, or board games, or video games, just to stay in contact. It's we're not just there to help them make things better, but we make friends and we're part of a community. So.
And I said this at the beginning of the show today, I really think that this is an organization that at the core deals with dignity, and it's about creating a home, not just those 4 walls, and creating a home that, especially if there's children and individuals in that home, that it has a place to make those memories and to capture those memories, whether it's a first birthday cake in a long time, those types of moments. Is that how you see it as well, Carol?
Well, I see it often as, when a child wants to bring a friend home, and you don't have any furniture in your house, you're not going to want to bring your friends home. You're not going to want to invite them for a little sleepover, or you need basic furniture, and that's why we think the TVs are important, because everybody has a TV in their house. These are just essential items that make it a home, and you feel like you're like the other kids, or even as an adult, you feel like you're like your colleagues and your friends, and then you don't have to worry about furniture anymore. You just, move on and take care of whatever you need to take care of. But your furniture's been settled, you have your place, you can move on to something else. So I think it's very important.
What advice would you have, Wes, because you see all of the items as Carol does, what advice would you have for people that are donating in terms of what makes a great donation to helping with furniture?
Anything you can give, pretty much.
Yeah.
I think pretty much the only restriction we would have is just imagine you're moving into an apartment. Sometimes people want to drop off ceiling fans. We're like, well, that's a bit harder for us to install, or ceiling lamps. But like curtain rods and pictures, people are surprised we take that. Even throw pillows, spare blankets. If they're able to wash things, like if they're linens, that's great. Other than that, just anything that you can think of that you can donate, even if you need a hand getting it out. The number of times we show up because it's say a more elderly individual who can't get a sofa couch out of their basement. That's what we're there for. Like, we'll take it out for you, and we will happily give that to a home who can would love to have like a spare bed somewhere.
And I heard as well earlier, small appliances, bikes, toys. That probably is a surprise for people today, Carol.
Yes, because we have in our warehouse a section that's just kitchenware, and then a section that's just curtains, because curtains is security, because it's, you make your house private.
Yeah.
And then we have a section just for linens, and then we have a section for toys, and then baby equipment, and then we have a bike shop. And then we have all our furniture section, and we have our miscellaneous section, and that's where we have like area rugs, vacuums, fans, mirrors, decoration cushions.
We would have a whole alley of knicknacks.
And a whole alley of
Yes.
knickknacks
Yeah.
to
Just little
decorate
things.
with.
Yeah, that's
So
fantastic.
we pretty much take everything.
Yeah.
We don't want things that are broken,
Right.
because
Right.
then we have a few volunteers that help us repair things or repaint things. And I have one volunteer, he repaints everything white. And he tells me, Carol, not white again. I said, yeah, white.
White,
As
yeah.
soon as it's in the warehouse, it's selected.
Yeah.
People love that nice, fresh, white
Clean.
look. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I
Yes.
love it. I love it. When you tell your friends that you volunteer with helping with furniture, what's the response?
Geez, I don't know. I don't think I get too much of a response. I think it's, I think people just kind of, I guess they ask a lot of questions that you ask too, like why did you get into this, and like how often you do it. And I'm like, oh, I'm there like once or twice a week, and they're like that much. And I'm like, well, it's fun. You should try it out. I recommend it to people.
Yeah, no, and I think inspiring others. I love how you, not that your story isn't fantastic, but I love how Carol came, right? Your daughter's like, no, I need to do this. And look at you, you're still getting your 40 hours in, Mom, for your high school. Yeah,
Oh, yes.
I love it. I love it. I love it so much. What myth do you want to bust today? Is there a myth that you think, I want to bust that today?
Yeah, I think what I would like is to educate people about when you're donating items, there is a fine line between items that are finished, that need to go to the garbage, and items that are still usable. Because even though they say, oh, you can't be, you can't be choosy because you're getting all this for free. At the same time, it has to be something that is, clean and nice enough to pass on. And I sometimes find that some donors think, oh, I'll give him, like my rags, or oh, this is old. It could be donated. But sometimes it is a bit too old to be donated in today's society. Back in the day, yes, and people would never throw anything away. But today, I think there's a bit of an upgrade on donations.
Yeah.
I would like to educate the people on that.
I'm glad we shared that today. I'm really glad we shared. Full circle on the dignity as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even one that I was thinking of what Carol was talking to is from a client perspective. Like I know someone who split recently and was like unsure about using our services. They were like, oh, I know, I have some money. I shouldn't, I should be all right. I was like, this is here for a reason. Like, you should still use it. Like, you need some dressers, you need some bed frames. Like, it's okay. You can come to a charity. There's nothing, indignant about doing it. And when you're in a position where you can get your own stuff at some point, you can just donate that stuff back. Like, don't be afraid to use these services. They're here for a reason.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. We're busting myths today. I like it. Thank you both so much. I really appreciate it. Keep up the great work. And I think you two have a lot of fun together at that warehouse. I just have a funny feeling. Carol and Wes, thank you again. Appreciate it very much. We're learning all about helping with furniture today. I'm Sam Laprade. This is an hour to give. Don't go anywhere. We've got one more shot for you to find out how you can help. Stay with us. And here we are on an hour to give. Thank you so much for spending time with us. Helping with furniture is what our topic is today, and I'm so excited to welcome to a couple of gentlemen to the show today. And Waeed Shaheed's joining us. Hello.
Hello.
And Smail Bilajid. Nice to see you.
Hi.
It's wonderful to have you both here. Tell me a little bit about your role, because your role is a little bit different. You manage a specific program, correct?
Yeah, actually, initially I was a beneficiary from HWF services, and it's really inspired me. So I decided to become a volunteer, and I was also looking for a job. And I had got the opportunity to become a project manager for a project founded by HWF and 3 other reputed organizations. I'm talking about the registry, Housing Help, Helping with Furniture, and Housing Help. Axe Logement, sorry. So those are the 4 organizations founded the HPCP, Homelessness Prevention Community Partnership. This project aims to serve the mutual clients of those organizations by a comprehensive support, housing, supporting them for the housing first, but also for employment, healthcare. We try to create an ecosystem with the different partners so we can help our clients I will say, a full way, comprehensive way.
It's amazing. That's amazing. No, yeah, like it's wonderful to see all of you coming together. I love when organizations partner like that. What's your role?
Yeah, so from my side, I'm a volunteer. So I joined Helping with Furniture a couple of months ago in the laptop branch. So basically, we receive laptops as donations and we refurbish them and we prepare them to be donated again to people in need. And recently I joined the new project helping people finding new homes or finding places to call home. Yeah.
Wow, it's amazing. What inspired you to get involved? Where did it all start for you?
In Helping with Furniture?
Yeah.
Actually, I was a beneficiary, so when I received a call asking me what I need to my house, I'm new in Canada, and I was really happy to receive this call. And the volunteers in Helping with Furniture was really nice with me, and they helped me to get the staff and everything. And they say, okay, this is what I want to do in Canada. And I got double opportunity, so I become a volunteer in Helping with Furniture, but also I got a job offer for project manager in Homelessness Prevention Community Partnership. And this is what it's like, I will see, okay, I don't find the word.
That's okay.
Sorry.
You collaborated and came together? Is that what you were trying to say?
I try to say this is like the same thing, but the double faces of the.
Yeah.
the-
So you're
yeah.
paying it forward.
Yeah.
Right? So
yeah.
often we say that, if you've benefited for something and you're wanting to
Exactly.
help, you're paying it forward. And paying it forward is so important in this community as well. Do you feel like you're paying it forward as well?
Yeah, of course, I agree. So let's say that as a volunteer or being a volunteer taught me something big, which is kindness makes or changes lives. So I just want to say that that's what I learned when joining Helping with Furniture. We don't just, with the new project, we don't just try to help people finding new homes or finding places to call home. We also give them or try to give them hope and respect, which is really important, I think. So helping others feels really amazing, and it reminds us how important it is to care for each other. I want also to say that, so with that said, if anyone is willing or thinking about lending a hand, just do it, because it's really amazing. It opens many doors, and it makes change. Yeah,
It does make
makes
change, and that's what community is.
Yeah.
You've built a community within a community, I think, right? I mean, you think about saving somebody from having to go to a shelter, or save somebody from living deep in poverty where they don't have anything like that. Would you agree?
Yeah, I totally agree. Actually, our clients are families or individuals at imminent situation of imminent risk of homelessness. So this is the clients we try to work with. So the idea is how to keep them in their houses. I will say the project stand apart with two things, which try to create a one-stop shop to our clients, so we can work with them about the root causes of their situation, of the imminent risk of homelessness. And second thing is to streamline the process, so we avoid wasting time in waiting between provider of services to another provider of services. So we try to do this. And our mission is simple, yet powerful, because we try to give him hope to keep them in their houses, because if they are in the maze of homelessness, actually it will be really difficult to try to exit of the situation. And it will be also expensive for the city. So the better thing to do is trying to work together with our partners, landlords, employers, and other entities to keep them at their houses. This is what we try to do.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are surprised by that, to be honest, of how expensive it is to have somebody enter into the world of homelessness. It is tragic, of course, from an emotional perspective, but mentally it's so challenging on people to witness that. I worked in the sector for about 10 years, and once you're right about that. Once you get into the system, it's hard to get out. So let's prevent them from getting in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So talk to me a little bit about your everyday role. How do you work in this?
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty new to this, and yeah, I am one of many volunteers, one of many other volunteers. So we receive the cases from Walid and the team, and we always work together in resolving these cases. When I say case, it's people that we are trying to help out, and we are trying to find a place to call home, as I said earlier. So these people rely on our team most of the time, because they are most of the time newcomers, or they are most of the time people who doesn't speak the Canadian languages, let's say French or English, and we try to help them and make the bridge between them and the home providers. So this is one part of what we try to do. Another part is to support them in their journey finding. It is a very stressful journey, and we try to help them with showing respect and letting them that we are behind them, helping them have hope. And yeah, that's pretty much what we try to do.
You've both mentioned hope a few times now, so I'm picking up on hope. Tell me what it was like to come to Canada. Did you feel hopeful?
Yeah, actually, I feel lucky. Actually, when I arrived to Canada, I arrived with, I don't know, it's an unfamiliar territory. I've never been here. But the experience of newcomer and meeting the head parent furniture, meeting Natalie, I was blessed. And after that, it was really inspiring for me. This is why I'm embarking in this project. And actually, our project is built under 3 pillars. The first one is our group of volunteers. And this group of volunteers, like Ismail, one of the most active volunteers we have, are committed to help, because they had the same experience as newcomers, facing challenges of finding housing, job opportunities, sometimes how to navigate the system. That is something we can think this is easy when we arrive to Canada, but after that we discover that's not something easy, and we need support and help for this. There's some programs, interesting programs that people doesn't know and didn't know, and maybe our role with our volunteers is to show them the path to reach this programs. I don't know, but I want to say just a success story. We receive clients crying actually in our offices, and he was in imminent risk of homelessness, and we succeed to find a temporary housing for him. After that, we get him a good, I would say, a perfect leasing agreement for him. And now we are working with him to choose the program to make studies, because this is what he wants. So this is what we try to do, to offer a package, a comprehensive support, a one-stop shop to our clients, so we can accompany them. We have like a commitment of 10 families to serve under a duration. Actually, 10 families, we have like 18 months to do this. We did this in, I think, in a couple of months. So, yeah, thanks to our volunteers and also to our partners. The idea after the long-term goal is to become a program with a real ecosystem, create a hub. It's a project, but it could be a movement to our partners. So this is a call for engagement for business owners, employers, agencies to join the HPCP experience or community.
Well, you're definitely inspiring people. You light up when you talk about the program, which is great. What advice would you have for someone that maybe is thinking about reaching out to helping with furniture, to volunteer like you both are?
Just go there and you will be welcome.
Yeah.
So when I arrived a couple of months ago to Canada, I I was looking for an opportunity to volunteer because I knew that I had to help people like I was helped out when I arrived. So it's something I gave back. So I've just reached out to them via their website. They called me, and a couple of days after that, they told me, yeah, come to the warehouse and start to work with us.
Yeah.
It was as simple as that.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's amazing. It's amazing to see how far you both come with the organization in such a short period of time as well. It is really truly inspiring. And any last words for thanking donors to this organization?
Actually, today we don't give financial aid to our clients, but after 1 month of our experience, we received a call from a person who gave us like $2,000. It's and they say, okay, this is a model inspiring for people. So I'm asking people who wanna help the project just to contact us. You are welcome, and you will know your money will be spent in appropriate places.
That's amazing. What do you want to say to Natalie and the team for welcoming you in?
Yeah, they are amazing. They are truly
We love them.
amazing. I love them all. Yeah,
It's very
well,
sweet.
like family.
Like family.
Yeah, like family.
Yeah. You never expected to find family at Helping with Furniture?
Not at all. Not at all. So I was amazed when I first landed when I first gone to the warehouse. I didn't know that Natalie was in charge of the warehouse, so she was working hard. She was going to the left, to the right, so she was working hard. And then the person, Fritz, who accompanied me to the warehouse, said, "Yeah, this is Natalie. She's in charge." I was like, "Wow,
That's amazing."
And she told me that everyone is a volunteer in that warehouse, and I was amazed.
Amazing.
All these
This is
people
amazing.
volunteering. Yeah, this is amazing.
To speak with both of you. Thank you so much. You've been very kind to spend time with me today. Smiley, thank you so much, and Wade for speaking with me today. Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I've learned so much today for all of you listening and watching today. I know you've learned as well about Helping with Furniture, and I'm hoping that you can reach out, and whether it's their gala or whether it's a donation of furniture or a financial gift, that you'll also be part of this wonderful team. This is An Hour to Give. I'm Sam Laprade. Join me next time.